which then begs the question. Well, I don't know.
The Earth is 2,000 years old.
I guess it becomes political after that. Envy on the CT side, they have nothing to gain now.
Yes.
Had some emotional tweets already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Happy was saying, it's just sad, isn't it? It's very sad. I suppose it is. But Versus Pro still has something to fight for. Even the bomb is in tow. Oh, is this going around the world? Are they going all the way? Okay, this is confusion now because the bomb's still in CT spawn, but the rest of them are like, okay, we've got B.
This is just rude.
Maybe go B. It is. It is rude. And okay, so Scream, does he think it's A or what's going on?
This is like when your matchmaking team is like, no, I don't care, guys. I don't want to play anymore. One person's yelling, everyone's just rushing into CT spawn.
This is actually a common experience in North American Counter-Strike, where it's like you have
my territory like that.
you have the sites, and the bomb's like, but there's a guy in CT spawn. Let me just go and shoot this guy. There's a guy there. I must shoot him. What do you mean? So what? What do you mean? I have the bomb. I need to shoot this guy.
You take the bomb.
I need to shoot the guy.
I was playing my viewer games. I'm just going to talk about this since I don't seem to have anything else in my mind right now.
Okay.
Oh, at Inferno, I was pretty proud of them, though, because I was playing against the other team. They've watched me enough times now. Late round, they smoke off one side of mid, and they go and take mid control. It's pretty magical. It took a long time for it to reach that point, where they simply wait for us to use our smokes. They smoke off one side of mid, they take mid control, and then they hit a site.
It's funny that I notice when I play in pugs, people just automatically smoke arch every single time. But we'll come back to that in a second. Let's see what we can do with this. Well, perhaps they can't do so much. There's some basic going on there while the push comes in from Arch. Nice play by the remaining players. Now the bomb is planted. Scream has an AK. Things are doable here, but he misses opportunity. Pasha goes back, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Bayali, he is ill-equipped. He needs Scream to come closer. He could go for a flying jumper off the box, maybe, but what if it goes wrong? The crouch will be enough. Scream running out of bullets as well. So, yeah, they always smoke off Arch immediately and then go short, but they're not really prepared to deal with a crossfire between pit and site and don't know if anybody's on the balcony, it just turns into a cluster. So I try to get people to, well, they don't know any deeper smokes towards Arch, or, you know, pop flashing for a teammate is one thing which doesn't really exist either, so it's hard to get that going in the pug, but it's my life mission at the moment.
Still kindness. I've been trying to teach everyone, you just gotta play, you gotta try to talk. One bad teammate starts souring the whole pug here. Keo trying to sour the B hit here as he does get 1. 4 versus 2 now. Nishu gonna smoke off that. And I think, you know, very small detail, and it's easy to criticize when you're spectating, but I don't think that smoke's necessary. On these rounds where you know you already stopped with a force buy, the only way to really lose that round is to have them come through a smoke when you're not expecting it. If you just take your time and cross water there, you clear second oranges, as we call them, the close left crates, you know, and then you jump up, coffin together, you might lose one if you don't clear things properly, but there's a good chance you could lose one anyways.
Yeah, on eco rounds, smokes give people places to hide, which is a factor that needs to be considered. Nice pop flash there from Happy.
I like that variation. A lot of times people give up mid too easy without pressuring the T's early in the half. Snacks here, you would get dinged by me standing by that window. That's a good spot. I love to toss a couple bullets there when I know they take fast boiler control. Ooh. Net me some wall bangs. And Keo taking a very confident peek here, which could be very dangerous if they were to have an op. Throws the molly to thwart them for the next 7 seconds, but there's only one guy there. VP knows that there's 2B right now. Neo taking a good frag down, and now VP's able to reset with that kill. Scream doesn't want that to happen. He gets 2 and goes for 3. 800 by 600, putting in work in Haji.
So it turns out pretty well for VP, or rather for ENVYUS in the end. I do wonder if ENVYUS took so long to start the second map because they were just having an argument with each other or something like that, because Happy did tweet out that he's really freaking sad, basically. So
without French fans don't take this too personally, but in my experience, when I've beaten or lost to a French team, they experience highs and lows pretty openly. Like they don't like to run from their emotions. So that was the first players I've probably seen tear up at a tournament, like
Yeah.
from both ends. And I actually really respect that in one sense. But in this case, they probably needed a minute to gather themselves and let the emotion from that match leave, because they've went through a lot lately, from the relegation from EPL, now from ECS. They're going to facing it if they lose. Well, they have to play relegation matches now, right?
Yeah.
Because they lost the last one. So
I've been through a lot recently.
James, talk to us.
Not really.
We're here for you.
I haven't really at all.
The thing is we can't be here for you if you don't talk to us.
What could Virtus Pro do with what they have in this round?
They have a couple options here. They have already wasted. They see 2 smokes have been used on ENVYUS' side. Keep playing with mid a little bit. Let another 30 seconds expire. The halls pop here is not a bad place. Smoke off left mid, flash over balcony. If they don't throw any nades, I don't think it's going to work. But who am I? There's the flash. Boom.
Perfect timing for Hadji to peek straight into it, but he's ready for it. Ready for the 1 kill at the very least. Bomb site is with Virtus Pro. Now they can collect some rifles. They were somewhat short, but now they are in plentiful supply, as is the man advantage.
One of the most powerful strats on Inferno if you're not ready for it. I love to call that one whenever I have capable teammates, but it's one of those things, if people don't know how to exit the balcony, so easy to lose. If both those guys jump out towards big pit, then the sight guy has more time to shoot them in the side, and then the crosshair of his isn't really being pulled. It's really key that that first guy jumps out to the bomb box side, the other guy goes pit. You separate the crosshairs of the 2 defenders so that the third guy coming in easily trades whichever one is kind of losing, and then you get in the side with that. Sure, the big pit guy, if he hits a sweet shot, I had Shroud on my team. I've seen him do some unfair things there when people were flying there. He kind of just whip to somebody flying and then get a kill he shouldn't get, and so that could happen. A lot of people these days are capable of that. But really powerful, as you saw right there. They didn't necessarily kill everyone. Just 2 fast kills on the right side of the A bomb site. What are you going to do now? The T's have such an advantage. Envy doesn't want to lose all their money. They save those 2 guns, so they have a chance to do some damage here. Great play by Virtus Pro to keep the advantage in this half.
Very nice, very nice. Can they keep it going? Can they break ENVYUS? An ENVYUS that might already be hanging by a thread. Emotional thread.
Yeah.
Their emotional threads are thin. VP. It's funny because VP it feels as though VP are the other very temperamental team. So, but they're used to it. Pasha will trade out Scream, and Bialy will investigate towards the apartments. Most rotation has been pulled towards B. There's just one here in the A site. Hadji can spot Bialy. Snacks will go out, and Hadji has a lot of work to do. But he's got a CZ. Oh, he's got a CZ. He's got the smoke. And his teammates. He's buying time for his teammates to rotate as well, but the bomb's still not collected by VP. VP playing is really smart. They're just holding, actually. This is quite cool.
Plenty of time on the clock, and look at the map control. They have the pit, they have the balcony. Pasha assuming a rotation. Hadji still here. Giving the CZ the appropriate level of respect. But you've got nobody to push the arch position. Hadji will get finished off immediately. Happy soon to follow. Now Kishima 1 versus 3. Reasonable level of utility. Can create space for himself with a smoke, should he choose to go for it.
VP almost made that too complicated in the end. Kyoshima. Cheeky kill. And he can escape. That'll be 5 rounds for VP. Looking pretty good so far on the T side. I do feel as though if VP have a good T side here, that ENVYUS are going to struggle. But ENVYUS' T side is pretty nice as well, and that's where we've also seen Hadji shine a lot lately. Who did ENVYUS play on Inferno yesterday, James?
On Inferno yesterday, Envy played TikTok. FaZe.
FaZe, yes, they played really well against FaZe on both T and CT. It was a, what, 16-14 game or something like that as well, I think. It's very close. I believe it was close.
Maybe it's Virtus Pro's turn to have a landslide half at the beginning of a match. They've been on the receiving end for a while, but maybe Envy have just given up on life at this point. Who knows?
Pop flash play for the peak. But they will be blinded. And they will get not too much. They see Neo and that's about it. Haji with the... Oh! Yachty kind of half checked it and then eventually does make it work.
I thought we were going to see a knife.
Stack is on the...
In that case, it's almost worth it. Like, a knife is so much more than a DM when you're in a situation like this. That money is so valuable.
Okay, well...
Let's see here.
6-1, the buy comes in for ENVYUS again, but they have no AWP.
Yeah, I'm looking for a B control right here at ENVYUS with this money, this buy, this situation so far. They've played aggressive at A, they've stood their ground in mid, but I need to see them take B a little bit here. And, you know, they can sit passive A and lock it down with the skill they have. They just, yep, and it looks like they are going to send 3 towards B. I like this call here, get aggressive, get fast, get that smoke down there. Hopefully they don't get killed through the smoke. Very easy. Sometimes someone like Neo knows how to catch someone, but he's going to choose to... Whew.
Cheeky.
I didn't think that was going to work out for him, but it does, and he immediately nullifies the aggressive push here. It's going to stop the rotation. Snacks. Such a heads-up play to be at the end of Halls already. So powerful, especially if they're able to take mid here. Porch plays without a Halls guy, easily stopped by a big player, but if you have that Halls guy ready to swing, super powerful. Neo getting a little ambitious there at B, but still going to keep 2 guys towards the site. Needs to be in a great position to trade with Pasha, and it looks like this round's going to go to BP. Unless Haji could do something special from Big Pit, and it's not going to happen. 3 versus 2 going to be tough for the retake here, probably. Going to save for the economy. Got my chance to play-by-play there. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that was a really nice round from BP. I always make a big deal about if the CTs go and challenge and put the deep banana smoke. You know, it's fine to, in some rounds, not challenge it straight away, but sometimes you have to challenge it just because you can't give that much map control away to the CTs. But you'll see a lot of teams, they'll just basically go like, well, we can't do that right now, so we'll go take top mid, we'll go apartments, then the smoke clears, but they have no presence on banana, and then it's like kind of too late to then take the right amount of time to do it. So then like, oh god, I guess we have to just commit to A then. And this cycle happens so commonly to even some of the very top teams. So it's always very cool to me to see a team that's willing to straight away just do a pop flash play, you know, through at some point just to challenge that and force adaptation to the CTs.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where every pro team on T-side knows if the CT say something, there's something else available, right? Like, you can take something, but it's always interesting when they take back right away like Neo did what they offered. Now, Neo could have went down and looked stupid, and it could have been a 5v4 with map control, and they were on top of him, but interesting play. I like to see ENVYUS stay confident there. And Happy's going to be bummed out there, and then not looking good for ENVYUS.
A noble efforts with the Molotov. Couldn't get into position. Haji looking pretty sharp.
Sees it.
Is there a smoke for CT? There are plenty. Pasha being anticipated by Scream, looking for another headshot. He tagged him. Haji will finish off the job. 2 on 2. Still the 1 rifle for the CT side. Miyu holding a very nice angle indeed. And there goes the Deagle, leaving Haji alone. He's got some Kevlar. Walking through the smoke. Ball straight in the face, baby. The 180 spray transfer. He was ready for it. Flashbang from Miyu. Mollies for both sides. Oh, Miyu pushing forward through the flames, through the fire.
This is where ENVYUS need to not get too deflated. Need to keep the chest out, need to stay confident. Keep fighting for that banana last time. Hopefully whoever that died, and maybe Keo, could say, hey, it was a fluke. Neo killed me this way, that way. Let's go, boys. We're still in this. So right now, yep, I like it. Another 3B push. 4. There may be 2 inflated here, as they are going to go for that early B control. And Snacks and them aware right away, and they're going to take up Arch, knowing that the CTs have to rotate. They are going to throw a flash there. Knows someone has to be spawned close. Snacks, I'm surprised he chose to go that route. But Mishu here showing a lot of fire as the young blood on the team. Going to run into a 3rd in the bomb site, and Happy falling deeper and deeper into a pit of sadness here as he had a chance to even the round there. Now 3 versus 2 of Virtus Pro. Probably going to close out their 9th round here.
That was a perfect counterplay, like straight up perfect counterplay to the you know, heavy open on banana.
Yeah.
I wonder if how they because it is a gamble. Like you can't know in time. You know, to react that way, you kind of have to just go for it. But that was pretty impressive. And do you think, Jordan, you ever really need more than 3 on just it's like the CT open?
No, yeah.
rounds.
This is one of those things where you're saying 3 rounds, right?
No, I mean from like when you're doing a banana push early rounds, can't you do with 3 players?
Yeah, I don't know
what
if
you
there's
can
a
do with 4
miscon or what. Have you guys have any reason? Do you guys know any reason, or you, Dan?
I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense to have 4 players because you're much more vulnerable against any fast A plays, and having the 4th player doesn't, I don't think, add anything because you can't all face the
There's a
duels.
small chance that, you know, because if you don't smoke mid, normally the teams are like, oh, maybe they're opting it, let's go prod. Maybe they think they're going to use all their smoke at B, and BP was going to play slow, and they're wrong. Or it could have been a miscom.
Yeah.
If it was, that means that ENVYUS flustered, and they're not in a good position right now.
Yeah, definitely does not seem to be going very well for them. 10-1 now for VP, and yeah, it's I just feel like also you know you can if you want to go heavy pressure on B, you can also get your mid players to throw some HEs from middle, keep some pressure on there, just get someone in the abs. I don't know. I feel like there's more utility. I feel like one of those players is very redundant. That's my personal opinion.
No, yeah, totally. Yeah, you never really see people do 4, unless you have some ultra read.
It's like a 4 spy or a save or something. That's a good start there from Happy, able to trade up. Nice second flick for the frag. The next duel comes in against Neo, and Scream will take that one down. Bialy will use the distraction to escape into the pit, but has the damage been too much to his teammates? That's the question. How do they get the bomb there? Bialy has to get out of his position to go forwards and challenge. And it looks like ENVYUS will get themselves another round on the boards, doubling their score.
That could have been super dangerous if Snacks got that kill, or Bialy rather, and then Snacks has a flash available mid. They can push them back mid, smoke it off, and they kind of have control of that type of A. But Happy here, staying confident. There we go, baby. Just keep taking those peeks. He knows he can't shy away from what he would normally do. He is a vet of the game. Even though they only have 2 on banana this round, one thing that we did on Cloud9 that I really liked in the form of aggression is instead of even taking 3B, have the arch player come over, someone throw that car smoke early, and then as it's fading, do the retake B. You smoke bottom B, double molly, double nade. I feel like something like that would be a nice play in this match at hand.
Oh, well, get a 1-for-1 here. Nice pre-fire from Bialy in the abs. Now Snacks is just trying to get himself into that A side, creating so much pressure. Good damage done onto Kiyoshima on the B bomb side as well. ENVYUS really having a hard time in this round. They will be up a man for now, but the health is quite low on almost everybody, except Scream. And VP will start to drift back towards A. Now things are going to get scary pretty soon here for ENVYUS.
Damage Kyo took forces the rotator to come back to him. Not confident enough to really play that spot.
Ooh, wow. That is quite fortunate there for VP. And that's the healthiest player dead for ENVYUS. Neo catching a rotation. Doesn't survive, but does good damage. And honestly, now the retake will be so hard, especially with the smoke down on Moto from Mihu, as he knows he can go very quickly around for the wrap towards Arch. Wow, Mihu visualizing.
You saw that pre-aim.
Yeah.
Coming in clean.
So that's the reset round for Virtus Pro onto ENVYUS. ENVYUS did survive the previous round with a few players, so it's not going to be as bad as it could be, but it's still an awful situation to be 11-2 down.
Where's he off to? He's got 20 HP. He would have died to the bomb. Well, Virtus Pro are well on their way, aren't they? They are well on their way.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
What language is that?
I don't know. I think it's, isn't it a voice, isn't it actually like a voice comms? Like
It is,
one of
it
these
is,
says
yes.
that. I think it's just like Bish Bash Bosh. It's the same thing, right?
He says that afterwards.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Too much PUBG, Dad.
Well. Happy has TZ. Little bit of a hug. Some appreciation. Now, they'll try to make their smokes work as best they can, ENVYUS, but if VP are smart, they won't allow that. They'll use their flashbangs, their utility to push some of these choke points to keep the pressure on, to force the grenades out as quickly as they can from ENVYUS until there's none left. There's still 2 smokes though. Sax is just pushing forwards. This is really good. VP are just pressuring using the brute force here. Some teams would just be, but they would just wait behind the smokes, not VP.
Maybe there is a... Never mind. 12-2 for Virtus Pro. Can they stifle Envy? Can they stop them from finding a way back into this match? A 13-2 would be very favourable, obviously, for VP. Who knows how much that one round will make, how much of a difference it will make for the likes of Team Envy, as I think they more go by these days. Hot flash at the back of Banana, allowing RPK to peek, and he's going to get traded instantly. How many people did he see? Maybe 1, maybe 2. That's a glorious grenade, but can it be followed up? Will this push continue from VP? They've got Pasha holding an angle, well, standing in the middle of mid rather, not really holding an angle, but the rest of the team are on Banana. 3-man rotation from Envy.
It's going to be like a sight wall exactly here. I see him lining up a different set of nades than he normally would throw for spawn and spool. Now the retake coming in changes their plans a little bit as they need to be ready. And ENVYUS, 3 players here at B, they're just going to keep fighting because no way. And now they know a 3rd player's there, so they're going to opt to fall back.
Oh dear, Pasha trying to keep them entertained towards B bomb site. That won't work out for him though. 45 seconds though, Haji could be anywhere. He's picked up a FAMAS and he's making his way down Banana. With an off angle, elevated position versus 11 HP. And that will be the 3rd round on the board for Envy at the end of the first half. Pistol is of course crucial.
If they lose the pistol, I can't wait to see the tweets, man. After this game. Oh dear.
Not like this.
I feel for them though. I feel for them. It's a rough situation. Don't know if they're like stuck in contracts or what the dealio is, but
Well, that's only half the problem. He needs to find somewhere to go
yeah.
and someone to replace.
Because obviously that's the thing. Like if you're really having a miserable existence, you know, somewhere you want to just try to find a way to leave.
Yeah.
But
And at this point, joining Envy is a hard sell at the moment.
yeah. That's a good start though for ENVYUS as they try to move into the B-bomb side, though there are flanks to be had. Neo needs to get a couple kills. Like he really needs a couple here. Oh, they're going to line up a little bit, but Neo will go down. And doesn't get the frags he needed.
It's just, it's so interesting, like, and like, okay, so let me add some context. The ENVYUS guys just, they all, a lot of times do these like group up pistols, right? 4 people, 5 people in one place. And that's not necessarily what I have a problem with because pistols are pretty 50-50 as it is, and that's probably their own way to try to minimize that. But it's like, it seems like their ethos just hasn't changed. Like the team ethos that Happy has led. And Happy's definitely, I've talked to him before, he seems like a super, he's not like, it doesn't seem like he's an arrogant person, like he wouldn't acknowledge what does and doesn't work.
No.
But it's so interesting to see that, like, for me, almost from a philosophical sense, if I'm Happy, I would just try to have taken a different approach at some point. But maybe that's what's cool about Counter-Strike. It's not black and white. There isn't something different. But you would think that, you know, we've seen Get Right have to adjust over the years and become an entry fragger, become a different style player. We've seen a lot of different players have to adjust in different ways. It's just interesting that he chooses not to, which is not to say he can't be successful. That's what Counter-Strike is. You find your own ways to be successful. Maybe he likes that play for a read. It's just interesting that their ethos of the team has changed so little. And it's hard to criticize because, like I said, again, you can't say something can't work. But Like right here, this is literally they're so susceptible to stacks. They might win this round, but Sean used to be able to literally answer them every time. Cash would say, okay, it's second round. They're gonna 4-nade checker, double molly B, and they're gonna come in B. And then the next gun round, they're gonna throw the same nades and then rush out mid to A. And like literally just to say that, like from player to player, the exact strat. And we would sometimes just anti-eco them. We'd be like, how are they just still running this strat? These guys are great players. Like, what is the idea behind sticking so firmly to this 4-1 style in so many plays, or this group up thing? And so, I don't even know if I'm criticizing them right now. I'm just really, really curious on why.
Well, hello. Oh my god, that's so funny.
He hit both of his teammates in the head. Meanwhile, Pasha's standing there laughing. That is a next level block.
Oh my god.
Oh, dearie me.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh man, I love that.
It's a great play. You see that work out a lot for the CTs. If you don't block the Ts there, as you can tell, they weren't really looking for him, but after about 5 seconds of not moving and not hearing their own footsteps, they had to assume. And now Snack's looking to make some magic happen. We've seen him do it many times. Isolating, using the smoke to isolate. Very smart. Is he aware that someone came to the edge? And he is not. People always ask me, what is the concept of 1 versus 3? You saw it right there. He takes that first fight. You have to go for the first kill. If you make noise before that, you're not going to be able to win the 1 versus 3. He gets that first kill, makes it 1v2, and then he uses the smoke to isolate and create a wall there. One of the best at those situations, but not able to come up with it. Still only getting 1 left alive, right, guys? It really hurts the economy, so.
Yeah, VP with small investment here as well. And they're going to just charge in with a fancy pop flash, but they will be susceptible to the HE grenades, which is really useful. Again, this approach can work pretty well if you use your utility correctly, even if they know you're coming.
And I'm pretty sure VP did know they're coming, because again, the B-rush on the anti-eco round, and they had 4 there. You know, and look at who's laughing now. They lived with 4, and that's the thing. And maybe this effect, maybe that's what Happy's observed, right? Like chances are 60% of the time it's still going to go this way. And if you look at other teams playing a more, default approach, the results are never really indefinitely better. So why not still stick to our style? Why not play in our comfort zone? Sports.
Yeah.
Strategy.
I mean, one reason why I'm a fan of that is just because it's simple. You deny CT rotations. If you use utility right, it's strong.
You stay close for trading.
And you just sort of, you avoid awkward situations. Because there's so few decisions made in the round because it's so fast.
And when it's working for Henry, it almost looks like genius. Because like right now, if they get this kill and then they trade easily on Forge right here, as they're coming up A, it looks so pretty because it's like, oh, that was simple. That was an easy way to take A. So there is some merit to the play style for sure. Now they're in a 3v2, should be around win, and VP probably smart to save here. They do have an op in hand, so now that smoke's up, I doubt they go for it. But before that, that's where you look for that easy kill through the library crack. Ooh, and now do they turn back around? Snacks, look at him in library. Yeah, see, he always has hope until the very end. He probably told me to, nope, come back, brother.
No kit, though.
No kit, but if they find one like right now, in the next 3-4 seconds, they go. They're going to fall pretty soon if they don't go. 2, 1.
Snacks knows that he's being baited.
I don't like this.
And out of there. Extra chunks, and they've kept the Envy economy honest at the very least.
Rocket jump.
What is the HP you take in the corner of Big Pit? More than 43?
It depends on the...
I knew you would know.
On the position of the bomb. I think if it's default, you're probably left with like 40-30. Oh, how'd you just straight shot scream in the back of the neck?
Interesting. Anyways, yeah.
Getting a bit nervous, top mid Envy. Maybe it was some slight revenge, bitter revenge.
So things evening up massively again. This is quite similar to last game, last map.
So RPK taken out as the lurker. And Happy behind the rest of his teammates. Haji pushing forward, stuck between the smoke and the Molotov. Just wait for a I mean, he's got 7 bullets in his magazine, so things will calm down. They force the CTs away. No CTs for Virtus Pro top mid. Pasha playing Archer of the Mag 7, standard stuff. He has play for support though in CT spawn, so maybe the distraction of that Mag 7 will make Envy think it's easy mode. Sub 1 minute mark for them. Stacks alone towards the B bomb site with the AWP. Oh, missing the shot on Haji. How far do Envy go now? Oh, Scream ready for it up top mid. The duel with the Mag 7. MP9 will come and finish off the job. Haji's made his way through the B bomb site now, so Kiyashima must run.
Yeah, you can get into some very devious positions here. It's a guaranteed kill, pretty much, for Haji. But can he get both? That would be the round over. Right. This is just such a horrible off angle to deal with. But he looks the wrong way. I think he heard footsteps as well. And they're both coming from Speedway, so... Huh. Now things get interesting. Kiyashima in the 1v3. Quick reloads, 28 health. Immediately traded by Bialy. That's the round for VP. Wow.
It's another one of those situations right there where it kind of echoes what I was saying earlier in the 1v3. You do have to go for that first fight. If he simply stays new box that whole time, sure, you might be able to pull maybe a Hiko, hold mouse one, old school spray chance for 1v3 there. But if you let him kind of triangulate you with 3, it's very hard to win. If you get that first spawn guy though, and then you hide, there's a chance that you kind of dance around new box. They kind of split up, and you get 1 kill, and then you can kind of angle off and get the last kill or something. So.
News alerts.
Yes?
So I tweeted a while ago in capital letters, I hate the CZ75, because I really do. So this, wait a minute. No, never mind. News
is
Never
canceled.
mind.
Back to the weather.
I almost got baited.
Oh, really?
Almost. 4 round lead for Virtus Pro. Sean Gez got baited though. Anyway.
Indeed. Well, they're not getting a banana anytime soon. Although they'll try. They do have a lot of utility, and it seems like they're fairly committed. Neo, nice one over the top of the wall. And now there's problems for ENVYUS. They can leave someone there. And they actually do have a good amount of utility left. I like this from Pasha. Get the information. Oh, you would normally expect to see that connect. That is a great shame. Bialy, though, with the beautiful spray, finds both players, and now it's Kiyashima and Happy to try to find a way to salvage this, but Happy wrapping around the side there out of the balcony. It's the perfect approach, but maybe Neo can stop this. That's a really key frag. No apartments to Kiyashima. Oh, so close, and he gets it. Very nicely done by Neo in the end. A quick 3K, cheeky 3K for 14 rounds. He's found the
toys.
AWP. He's found the AWP. The AWP. I want one of those cleaning robots now, James. You were mentioning them yesterday.
They're too expensive.
What are they called again? Roombas?
I don't know what they're called.
Sounds like a dodgy aerobics class.
Yeah, Don Hasid, I see. What happened, James? Don't give me.
14 rounds for Virtus Pro. But it was expensive for them. It was expensive. They've got a reasonable buy though, CT side. Slacks on the MP9, there's that flash again. Oh, that's glorious! The second flash though, first one was avoided, but still pretty cool stuff. Nice combo from VP, and how about that smash? Hulk smash all the way. Envy just got absolutely drilled.
Oh, we see the pop flash there. The glory! The glory of that pop flash. And that's the second time they try to use that as well. And VP now up against a MAC-10, a CZ, an AK-47, a P90, and another CZ. Let's see if they can make this one work. Neo will creep down towards that bench. Headshot angle, not favorable to him. Backs out, challenge close. And that's not going to go well for him either. Okay, So people are getting taken down one by one here from VP. The aggression not working out. Mihu spray missing the mark completely. The round's over, James. James.
Well, alrighty then.
That looks really weird from VP. Everyone just really failing their individual plays.
Shots, yeah.
I was curious. I was curious, sort of Neo's play in the first place though, because he didn't have any supporting flashes or anything like that. He was just sort of like trying to crouch walk towards the bench position. Although actually he wasn't going straight for bench, because if he was going straight for bench, he would have just got like gambled and ran for it, I think, because he kind of like was just crouching, waiting for a little bit, then moving for a little bit.
I was fixing my cord here, so I actually didn't see the first.
Yeah.
Time. He just creeped out by himself.
Yeah, basically. Just creeped out there. Someone jumped into the crawl space and shot him in the face. It was sad times for Neo. But they still have match point, and they still have money. And they still have an A hit. You gotta look on the bright side. The coordination between the knife and the gloves. I know you're a fan of this, James. Why are you so silent?
Just thinking about.
I'm having a moment, Dan. Thank you for interrupting. Versus Pro still on match point. Second sniper rifle now for the CT side. See how this one will play out. We've witnessed some difficulty to convert in the late game between these two teams. No advantages were had. It's pretty close on this occasion. Happy with the Mac 10, but now Palmas is clear how useful will that be. Excuse me. I mean, you're not shy to send some fire through the smoke. He has a smoke, he can replenish the situation. What on earth happened there? Pasha is down. Archer's being compromised. That's a huge problem for the CTs. Look how few places they have to stand now. Neo maybe being baited in the graveyard. Scream continues to deliver though. Oh, running out bullets, Neo onto the pistol, but that's a loss again.
ENVYUS 3v2 after plan, not too bad, but Virtus Pro are close. I mean, he can hear them running on the bomb side, so he could likely suspect there to be two there. The third player, Pit, is very... Okay, well now there's the grenade thrown by Happy, so Miku can call his position. He's going to go straight for it. And he finds the headshot, and no one else is revealing themselves here. Everyone just hiding in their position. Snacks, will he... Oh, he gets the tag. That's fantastic. Oh, the quick no-scope comes in. It's not going to land, though. That's heartbreaking for him. Getting so close.
Doesn't know he hit him. He
Yeah.
For sure pulled out that pistol.
Oh, wow. Imagine if it had been a bit higher as well, just get the headshot. And some people crouch there, actually. I think if the player was crouched, I think it would have been a headshot, I think. Because it's kind of like dead center in the body. In the body. Neo's going for it again. Now he's actually going much, much faster.
The nade almost kind of gives it away, because everyone knows they try to use the nade smoke. But the thing is, you also want to throw it in case the guy peeks you, because then you can get the kill.
Yeah.
Stack, well, two people are dead, and A is empty. So maybe this will be a brief one. There's a flash for Scream. See if he checks the sandbag's position properly. Now they should be bouncing a grenade off of the sandbag position for that reason.
They have two guys in A. I guess it's because they're on match point regardless, but interesting to keep fighting for Car right there.
Happy only had a smoke. I don't know if Scream had any grenades. I wasn't paying attention, but I mean, that was awkward. Is the bomb going to be planted? They have A and B, but it's a 3 versus 2. It appears to be... Oh, the bomb is planted. What am I talking about? Sorry. Hello, back in the room.
Hello.
From the radar, I almost thought it was the... Oh, whatever.
Ça va.
Whatever. VP can buy now. Snacks is short, but there are two weapons being carried, so... Is this the round? 3 rounds between the two teams.
Yes. What is the approach? Two men banana. Two men going to throw the grenades to take control of the situation. So what do they have to contest with? Scream's very fast up there. We'll have to take pause by the Flames. A quiet moment of reflection before the push continues. So this is really good for ENVYUS. They've managed to gain so much map control. BP are playing very passive. They've given up everything on the map with.
Taking that one. You see that molly, James?
That's really nice.
Fan. Alt mid, balcony. You know how everyone throws the smokes from on the balcony alt mid, window room. It's the porch flashes.
I shall take notes.
Down 28.
He's been the best player for VP so far. It gets 2 on the defense, and now ENVYUS scramble in desperation to try and get a plant going on that site, and it's going to be a 1v2 now. Happy with the double, and Bialy, he does have a kit. He's got full health. Happy's weak at least. There is a world where Bialy does this. Is that the world we're living in right now? He's going to be moving forward, so they'll know where he's coming from. Bialy going to have to check pull. Will he check it? Gonna grab the open run. Scream will hear the guns, and he will take advantage. Another round for ENVYUS, ever closer to overtime, and the money for VP is broken. They have to half buy to have a proper buy there. And here's a replay of the Molotov.
Nice.
I'll play the arch.
Pretty good. I need to get a jump.
Legit.
I need to add a jump script bind to my to my config. If only you can see what the white people were doing in the studio. Versus Pro and the pistols for this round. And all the rounds.
All of the rounds. Okay, well, this should be over pretty quickly. Nice.
His life is over quickly.
Stay gun.
Papa Biceps looking to get a little cheeky close range kill here, but it's going to be tough if the T's stick together. The flash, though, that's an experienced flashbang right there, boys.
That was nice timing.
It's a good little setup. I love the little flash setups. I'm a big fan.
Oh, Neo. He knew. He knew the play. And that's going to be that. One last chance for Virtus Pro in a regular time. One more chance. Now, playing ultra passive is definitely not going to work out for them. So I hope this round we see them getting a little bit more aggressive. Pasha's got a good spawn with the AWP. He's way out there in front. He's going to go for the deep peek, and that's a whiff shot onto him. And he's really pressing his luck there, throwing down a forward smoke in middle to continue to allow him to just stay out there, working these angles. Very, very crucial shot from Snacks. They're pushing up fast to try to take advantage and try to trade him. More nades in. Oh, the timing. Awful there from Snacks to go back, but Pasha has mucked his way all around for the assist for Mihu. Surely, he's going to go through as well. This is so scary right now here for VP.
Ooh, that was a close one by the barrels. Pasha taken out as well, down to the 2-on-2. Long rotation. Default plant from Happy. And Barley's made his way into construction. Happy might not be ready for this. Didn't expect he would be so close. Looking for granted, and Haji will be eliminated. 16-14. Virtus Pro win the last online match of ECS Season 5.
They volley both themselves. It's overtime.
They made it happen. ENVYUS